people feel they can't, let alone pay tuition. They starve. They cannot eat. And sometimes if they don't use their credit card, they charge food and other things that are necessary for their survival. They may have to see the doctor sooner instead of later.
There are a lot of affordable educational options. So students who are living on college campuses who are paying maybe 2 to 3 times more in tuition costs than they could get at a community college or a state school. I'm not going to say I don't have sympathy for them. I want people to be able to eat, but maybe they need to restructure their priorities if they can't afford food and they are instead going to resort to taking out credit card debt so they can go to the grocery store. I think that it actually might be worth taking some time off to reassess where they're at. I don't think that's a bad decision at all.
And this is a symptom of a larger problem. The reason a lot of higher education options are so unaffordable is because the government throws money at it. And there's a lot of evidence that shows that when the government throws money at something, it just increases in the amount you have to pay just increases exponentially, and that's what we're seeing. And so it really, when we have this discussion, we have to ask, why is the cost so high? And that comes down to all of the financing options that the government subsidizes.
I think it was mentioned earlier, but one of the things that college students run into often is trying to keep up with the Joneses. The majority of college students aren't taking out credit card debt because they need to buy groceries. As someone who went to a private institution, who was a first-generation college student, I didn't have money to hang out with friends at fancy restaurants a lot of the time. However, I did not go out and take in credit card debt with the acknowledgement that I'm going to have to pay this back. I was on a meal plan, which the majority of people who go to a four-year university are. So it wasn't necessarily that aspect. I think that in many cases it is students who are trying to party, students who are trying to travel, students who are trying to live up to something that they see as the college experience, who in many cases can't necessarily afford it.
Lois, what is the best formula to not pay off at the end of the month? It's the reason why I embrace American Express. I have never, ever had an ATM card. Never had one. Because the other things you realize is that you're charged, there are fees that you're charged for those ATM cards. You know, the thing that I want to ask you, Douglas, in terms of the credit card and the credit card debt, there are young people who start their credit card debt in college, and it lasts them for the rest of their lives. How is that possible?
It's crazy because of the first, you know, I want to bring it back to the conversation the parents need to be having with their kids before they go to college. Like I have my daughter, she's getting ready to go to college, and we have that conversation. I mean, she sees all the credit cards that I have, but I educate her on it. I said, listen, I use my credit card because at the end of the day, you got to use other people's money. But you got to be wise about it, and you have to get cards that give you those things that you're going to be able to, when you spend it for your business, guess what? You able to pay back immediately. Don't get into a situation where you're getting credit. It's not free money. Most people think credit card is free money, and one thing we've done is just created a system to help people that are in that problem to be able to get rid of it quickly and faster.
No doubt. Financial literacy is a key component of this. Yes, these interest rates are exorbitantly high, but that's the premium that you pay for very convenient credit. There is a function that credit cards play in modern life. It's consumption smoothing that economists refer to. Now, yes, you don't want to spend beyond your means, but that's the premium that you pay for using a good financial product.
Listen, I like your attitude. I think you have